shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
Wavy, what's the furthest distance you've actually taken? What's the furthest trip you've taken on your Indian, one way?
Miami.
Miami?
I got it, matter of fact, I traded my 18 in and then went to Miami, like, I think maybe it was the next day.
Yeah.
Because that 18 was burning oil. After they fixed it, it was still, burning oil inside the engine. And we had a Miami trip coming up. I was like, what the heck with this? I'm not going to constantly going to the shop.
Right. How's the gas mileage on there? Is it
not good. Not good on this truck.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the weight and everything is metal. Fenders metal, saddlebags, everything is metal. Look at this crazy truck.
You gotta keep your head on a swivel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A V-twin gonna naturally burn.
I got different modes I can put it in, so I keep it in tour mode for the most part.
Oh, okay. It gives you different modes.
Yeah, I got a standard, tour, or sport mode.
Okay.
I never use sport. It's just too aggressive, like on takeoff, snatching your head and stuff. It's just not a smooth ride.
That sport makes it pretty fast.
Yeah. Too jerky. Good on the highway though. It's a big, heavy. It eat the highway up. Big, heavy, comfortable bike.
I can imagine.
Not good on parking lots, but on the highway, yeah.
Right. Well, that bike was made for touring. It is so nice out here today. And that's weird.
Oh, yeah.
My tire pressure monitoring, 1 minute is working, the next minute is not. Maybe the battery is going down in it. Some days I look down, there's no tire pressure monitoring light on. Then some days I look down and my tire pressure monitoring light is on. Doesn't mean that the tires are low, it's just the sensors. Sometimes the battery gets low or some reason or another it just comes on. That's one thing on the Goldwing I don't like is that tire pressure monitoring sensor.
Yeah, this one has one too.
I think it would be better if they just had something that showed you the tire pressure. They got one light that lets you know if it's working, if it's on or off, and then you got another light that lets you know if the tire is low. But I think just one sensor that tells you the pressure. I think that would make more sense. But I think now the newer Goldwing, when you had your 2018, did it give you the exact tire pressure?
Yeah, I think it did, yeah.
It did, okay.
Like this one has that ride command system on it where it tells you everything. Like it have a picture of the bike on the screen.
Right.
Show you exactly what the oil pressure is, they got everything.
Right.
Show you the tire pressure.
Now that's one of the upgrades I think the Goldwing did need.
Yeah.
Got cruise control on that one, Wavy? Does that come standard on there?
And it's so big and heavy, it just tracks straight because it's heavy. Like the wind just don't phase it. About 1,000 pounds going down the road.
Right.
And so, like, I know my wings never would really track straight, but this one is just so heavy, so big and heavy. It just cut right through the wind. And it got air ride on the back, so you'll see it had that Cadillac bounce.
Oh, okay. It's air ride?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing. The Goldwing used to have air ride.
Yeah, the bike that big, they probably should have stuck with it.
Yeah, if you go back and look at a 1998 Goldwing, it had air suspension. Why would they change that and go back to hydraulic?
I guess the hydraulic is probably more dependable, I guess, long term.
Well, like I said, they'll make the perfect product, and they'll scrap it, break it, and start over. But I think they should have left the bike air ride. They should have left it air ride. When you see big tractor trailers going up the road, 9 times out of 10, they have air ride suspension. You can't beat air ride.
Oh, no, it's smooth ride.
Now, some of your older trailers, you might have leaf springs. But on majority of the newer trucks running up the road, they got air ride suspension, air ride seats.
That's what I said. Who do they sit at the table when they decide to build this stuff? It can't be motorcycle riders.
You know, Wavy, the only thing I can come up with on that, you know, I put a lot of thought into it. I said the only reason that will make sense to me why they trimmed that bike down the way they did, in my opinion. I don't know if they was having money issues as far as, you know, maybe we're not selling as many bikes as we once were, and we're losing a lot of money making these bikes, so we're just going to trim it down to keep from scrapping the project. Going to trim it down and just keep it. We can for it to be more cost effective for them. But that is the only thing that I can come up with in my simple mind why they would trim that bike down the way they did. You know, I was talking to SJ yesterday, and you know, if you watch my video, he talked about switching from his weight navigation model to the 2020, man. And I talked to him yesterday, and he still was kind of saying some things about that 2020 that he wasn't fond of. He talked about how the covers. He said, "Man, the bike don't have covers on it. Rocks are hitting me all in the leg. Dirt. You know, there's no covers. You know, I need to add some wind deflectors to try to keep the wind off of me." I mean, he was, to be honest with you, he was very disappointed. He said he liked the bike, but he was kind of disappointed with some of the things that Honda had done with that bike.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like honest people like that. What I don't like is people who lie just because they bought it. It has to be the best just because they bought it. I mean, like me, I'm not a brand person, so I've had all the Goldwings.
Right.
And I can just tell you straightforward, the 18 has its ups and it has its downs when you compare it to the previous wing, the 16s, 17s. Like, you do get more wind on your body, you get more wind noise, you get wind on your feet. It handles a lot better than the 17s. It handles, like when I say handle, curves and parking lots, it handles better. But it doesn't ride smooth. Like on a highway, the 17 is a better highway bike.
Right.
Because it just has that, I don't know what it is, it's like that weight makes it better for the highway.
Matter of fact, I need to close my warmers. I felt a lot of heat coming in on me and realized my foot warmers was open, but...
Oh yeah, then you lose that too.
Yeah, they took that off.
And the worst part of that new Goldwing, I just can't stand it. What I couldn't stand with mine is sitting on top of the bike instead of inside the bike.
Yeah, he talked about that yesterday.
He's sitting on top of it. I feel like if you hit brakes hard, you're just going to fall over the top of the bike.
Yeah, he talked about that yesterday. He said, "Man," he said, "I would like to actually get me an ultimate seat. I mean, get a. He actually had the seat redone.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, that's mandatory on that bike.
Yeah, but he said that it's not even as comfortable, even though he had the seat redone, and he tried to go back. People that did the seat and told him that it needs seemed like it needs some extra padding or something, and he said they pretty much just brushed him off. And I said, "Man, I'm sorry you're having all that trouble with your bike."
Yeah, I think Tia changed this seat the first week.
Yeah, most
it's
people
absolutely mandatory.
Yeah, that's my point. Why you done spent $25,000 or $30,000? Why should you go out and have to buy a comfortable seat? That should be part of it. I don't know. I guess a lot of these companies are cutting back, Wavy. You know, they want to give you less and charge you more.
Yeah, trying to get every dollar they can out of you.
Guess it's all about the profit.
And try to make it as difficult as possible to work on. Like, you remember, you looked under my bike and you was like, "Well, I would Indian put drain bolts on there instead of just normal drain plugs."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because they want you to bring it to them.
Yep, they want you to bring it to them, you know.
And it's easy to strip them out. Well, yeah, they want you to strip them out. That was by design. Because if you strip them out, guess what? Hey, you got to bring it to us.
Them. When I bought my Chevy, man, I didn't even look under the hood. I never popped the hood. You know why? Because I know I wasn't going to be working on it. I said, I'm going to take it right to them. Now, I verified it at some point that what was on the paper was under the hood, but I said, well, you know, they're going to have to be the one to work on it because they're making it. Auto manufacturers are doing it. Motorcycle manufacturers are doing it. they're making it to where you have to bring it back to them. They don't want you.
Oh yeah.
They don't want
All
you
day
to
long.
work. Yeah. They even like some, years ago, you wanted to take the engine out of a car, you pull under a shade tree, throw you a come along chain over the, over a limb.
Yeah.
And you can pull your engine out your car. Now they putting the engines in from the bottom. So, unless you have a way to pick that vehicle up, how are you going to be able to pull the engine from under the bottom? And the reason why they do that, they want you to bring it to them.
And then the lives, I remember I did a little Facebook video. My wife got a new Infinity truck. I took it in one time. Truck had 20,000 miles on it. Lady from the service department, Infinity of Memphis. She's going to say, oh no, the power steering fluid is bad. I know she's probably having a hard time turning the steering wheel. And I was like, lady, please stop. I said, I'm a car person, please stop. Because I got upset about it. I was like, why would you come lie to me like that?
Right.
This truck got 20,000 miles on it. And I said, but they get paid commission for selling extra stuff. Like they always tell me, yeah, we need to put this oil additive. You go look in the book. The book says nothing about an oil conditioner or oil additive. It's all lies.
Right. So why are you trying to tell me this?
Yeah, an oil additive. You don't need an oil conditioner or oil additive. It's just money.
Those are the upcharges, man. Everybody want a nickel and dime you.
Like I look at the service manual on this bike. It's how much they charge for you. You take it in to get the intervals done. I mean, there's little stuff like the service is put grease on your brake clutch lever. You go in there and charge you $300 to put grease on your clutch and throttle and change the oil. I mean, that's all it is. You're just changing the oil and putting grease in a couple of spots. So I pay $300 for that.
Exactly.
Hey, man, what's up?
You on with Caliente? Live on the Goldwing. What's going on, man?
Just heading back, man. Just crossed over into Texas.
Oh, you heading back?
Yeah.
All right. How was everything?
Man, it was great. Man, it's nice out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm out
Lots
doing
of
a little...
big mountains.
Oh, okay. That's all right there, man. How's the weather?
Oh, man, it's good. It's like 80 degrees right now.
Oh, man, I bet that's love. That's nice there. I'm out on the wing.
Yeah.
I'm out on the wing with Wavy. We just doing a little local ride.
Oh, yeah?
Something local, yeah. Something real local. Not doing too much riding today.
Okay.
Just kind of cruising around the area just a little bit.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's a nice day to be out.
Nice day to be out.
Because Amazon sells a bunch of them. They sell just about every brand. You can get it in a couple of days, so.
Yeah.
But disabling that thing is real easy. You just splice a couple of wires together, and I just use those Vampire or those those little crimp things, and taped it up and stuck it back in there. Man, it's fine.
So it probably took about 5 minutes to do it.
Yeah, it didn't take no time. You just take that top cover and unbolt your cruise control module and move it out of the way, and reach down in there, and there's 2 screws that hold that piece in. Unplug it, pull it out, and cut 2 of the wires, splice them to the ground wire, and stick it back in there, and it's done.
Oh, okay. That'll work. That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
But like I said, I may just run mine up to the dealership. But only thing with them, man, they'll tell you, oh, we 10 weeks behind. Why are you 10 weeks behind?
Yeah.
We only have one Honda mechanic. Why do you only have one Honda mechanic? Well, that's like going to the hospital and they say, well, you only got one doctor. Come on, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're just not a. Well, I don't know. I guess maybe they're just not a big dealer. It's like the Honda dealership in like Searcy, where I bought my bike.
Right.
It's just Honda in that building. That's all they do is Honda. So they got 2 or 3 mechanics. Got the shop and everything. I think that too. I'm not sure, but some of the bigger dealers are like that. And some of the smaller ones are You just kind of got to get what you get. But
Right. Power sports, where they got everything in there.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason I hadn't taken it in, man, because, you know, they said to keep your bike for a month for a battery. You know, all it needs is a battery, so I don't want to deal with that, you know.
Yeah. The snow.
Right.
We didn't even have our heated gear on. I had a jacket on, but that was it. I mean, it got down into depending on what elevation you were at, you know, the 50s and 40s, but the sun was so bright and it's so dry over there, it just didn't feel cold.
Did the elevation change the way the engine ran or anything, or it was?
Yeah, it did fine because, you know, fuel injection shouldn't ever have a problem. But if it was carbureted, then yeah, that's when you run into problems. You get up in that higher elevation. But I will tell you this: all the gas stations out there, because it's such higher elevation, they sell 86 octane, 88, and 90. Some of them had 91, but most of them were 86, 88, 90 that I saw.
Oh, okay.
I guess because of the higher elevation,
right.
You could use a lower octane fuel, and it's fine.
Oh, okay. Never thought about that.
Yeah, I didn't either till I got out there. I was like, man, what is this mess? This is even gas? Like 86. What is that?
Look, we got a bike behind us, Wavy.
Yeah, look like a Harley, like a road glide or something. I can't really tell. Some type of Harley.
Yeah, we saw a bunch of bikes out. Had one guy pull up beside us and asked us, I guess he saw my tag on the trailer and asked if I was from Arkansas. I was like, yeah. He goes, man, you rode all the way from Arkansas? I was like, yeah. And we were heading up to Colorado at that point, and he used to, I forget, he said he lives in New Mexico, but he used to live in Arkansas like 4 or 5, 6 years ago, something like that. But
right.
He was pretty cool. Had a Harley, but saw a lot of Harleys. Didn't see hardly any Goldwings. But there was quite a few bikes out yesterday.
He wants to prove how fast he can go.
We'll probably meet him at the red light down here.
I wonder if he's going to try to go around that car. I bet you he don't. So y'all went up to Colorado, huh?
Yeah, it was nice. It was a long ride up there, but it was definitely worth it when we got there, man. It was something else.
Jason, if I got 64,000 on mine, you got to have about 74,000 on yours.
Man, I got a 73 right now. I just turned over 73, but my odometer's just turned over twice since we left the house the other day.
So you done put 2,000 in already.
Yeah, I done put 2,000 in. I still got, like, today, let me see. Today, right now, I still got 330 to go to the hotel, and then from tomorrow, from the hotel to the house, whatever that's going to be.
Wait, is your bike getting all that bumping, or is that just me?
Huh?
Is your bike getting all that bumping?
I can see my windshield bumping, but I can't feel it in the back because of that air.
Oh, okay.
That air ride took it all up. But I can tell it's bumping because my windshield bouncing.
Okay. So now I know I'm not on the flat. This street got to be a bad road.
Yeah, it's this road. Should be pulling up on 64 here real soon, back at 64.
Yeah, it's just probably this road. You know, it was a point in time when they replaced the roads. Now they just throw tar over in the road, and then when it get rain get up under it and bust all the tar back out of it, and it's almost like they never filled it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, Jason, when I get home, I'm gonna take my bike and put it up on the pit bull jack, and I'm going to I'm gonna put a Velcro strap on my throttle and put it in fifth gear, and then lock it at about 75 miles an hour. I'll catch up with you in about a week on the mountain.
Yeah, you better get some extra gas cans.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Get some extra gas cans, son.
Yeah, and that's one thing I meant to do before I left. I wish I would have done it. I should have. It was kind of stupid to come out here without a spare gas can in the trailer or in the truck, but or in the saddlebag. But I definitely need to get one to put in here. Of course, I never let my tank. When my tank gets down to about halfway, a little under half tank, I start looking for gas.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. As a matter of fact, I got an extra gas can I need to put in here. I looked at it, it's on my shelf. I need to put it back in my bike, in my trailer. Because you never know, you know. But like you said, if you looking for a gas stop at every half a tank, you'd be all right.
Yeah, because let's see, with Thursday, it was Friday. We came out of Amarillo and went south, and then came back up from the bottom of Albuquerque, and we went a long ways without seeing nothing. I mean, no gas station, no store, no nothing. And I got down to, when we finally got to a gas station, I had like a gallon and a half left in the tank. And I was like, crap, man, I knew I should have bought I'm definitely going to get one. Of course, this time, when we're coming back, we're going down 40, and you still go pretty good stretches, but, you know, there's stations here and there on 40.
Right, you're on a main highway, more so than,
yeah.
You know.
It's when we went to South Dakota, it's a highway up there. It'll warn you over and over to get gas because the next gas station is like almost 200 miles away. And we kept seeing the signs like, get gas, get gas. Then it warned more and more warning to get gas. And we all almost ran out because we didn't get gas. We were like all 0 miles to empty when we got to a gas station.
Y'all kept rolling Wavy?
Holy crap.
Yeah, because we didn't look at the signs. We was like, well, clearly, we got full tanks. We don't need to get gas. We almost on full. But the next gas station was like 180 miles, 190 miles away. Hey, they go to Harley Davidson. They passed us going 100. I said, we'll meet him at the light.
Yep, there he is right there. All that riding for nothing. You know, with that brain.
Yeah, because about 250 miles is about the range on a tank. So, and then if you got a headwind or if you're pulling a trailer, you know, you start chopping down, you know, start cutting that down.
You see that Honda right there?
Yeah.
That's where the DCT came from.
Is that the ST1300?
Yeah, that's the DCT. That's where it came from.
Okay.
Like everybody think it's new technology on the wing, but it was on there first.
Wow. And then the thing about it, that bike was Bluetooth as well.
Yeah.
They didn't put Bluetooth on the Goldwing. They put it on the DC on the 1300 ST1300, but not a Goldwing. Until 2018, 5 years out.
Crazy.
I didn't know that the ST1300 was DCT.
Hey, yep, it's a lady that ride with us. DCT all day long. And everybody think it's groundbreaking technology. It's been on it. It's been out. Honda been had this out.
So they just recycling technology that they already had.
Yep.